And hello everyone, Peter here. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing pretty good. It's a Thursday, and I also realized pretty late in the day that it was St. Patrick's Day. I remember when I used to live in Chicago that they would dye the whole Chicago River a weird, unnatural shade of green. But they probably promised that it was some sort of natural dye, but it didn't. I don't know. It didn't. It was weird, but it was interesting. Anyways, today I just ate some Chinese food. Um, I had dumplings, which I'm a big fan of pot stickers. If you don't know that, and when I went there, I was like, "Do you have pot stickers?" And I realized that, like, I guess nicer places, or apparently when it comes down to it, dumplings are the same as pot stickers, or pot stickers are a type of dumpling, or dumpling are, or something like that. I don't know. I've learned in life that some things are also the same as other things if you simplify them just a little bit. You know, pot stickers are essentially dumplings, and dumplings can be pot stickers. Just like what else is there? Floors are pretty similar to ceilings, and one is below you and one is above you. And also, what may be your floor may also be pretty close to being someone else's ceiling if you live above someone, or your ceiling may be someone else's floor, in my case. And so I have people walking on my ceiling, and using my ceiling as like a drum set and a bowling alley and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm doing good. Drawing in my sketchbook here again. This thing's working out pretty good for me. This is the first page I got to where I actually had some stitching right in between the pages, and it wasn't the end of the world. It worked out pretty good actually. I like how flat it laid open. And some people have asked questions about, like, Peter, this crescent render page. Like, I've even seen comments on, like the Amazon pages. People like making comments and stuff. Like, Peter, does it feather out, and all this other stuff. Like, when the pen touches the paper, does it make nice crisp lines, or does it bleed out feathering? I guess there's all sorts of different words, and I haven't really noticed any problems with it. I personally would go through all sorts of troubles and feathering and all sorts of worse things just to have paper that doesn't bleed through like this. But I think this paper works great for everything I've done with it so far, and I like it a lot. It's just really good for drawing lines on, and each line you draw, you can go ahead and draw another line very close to it, or even a little bit farther away if you're so inclined. And sometimes I am inclined to draw the line a little farther away, but as you can see, sometimes I'm inclined to draw the lines a little bit closer together. And I think the key in drawing a very interesting drawing that's appealing to the eye and interesting to look at is to sometimes draw the lines close together and sometimes draw them a little bit farther apart, and it maybe at different angles to each other, perpendicular, parallel, varying, maybe some at 35. Okay, I'm just going off on a weird tangent now, but anyways, you get it. At one point I did start coloring in. These kind of look like weird rocks jutting up into the sky. That was a weird word for me to say just now. These kind of look like weird rocks or something. And at one point I started coloring in, shading in the whole sky with a bunch of crazy lines, kind of very close together and dark. And it was kind of scary because as you're doing something like this, it looks bad at first when it's only halfway or partially done, but you just got to keep going and wait till you're completely finished with the drawing before you decide whether or not it looks good. And hopefully, you just got to hope that it does look good at the end. Otherwise you've completely wasted all your time, or you have to figure out a way to keep on working on the drawing and, rescue it. Which is, what I'm doing like half the time I'm drawing anyways, because I usually hate my drawings while I'm still working on them, and only half the time once I'm done. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. You're awesome, and goodbye until next time. Bye.